Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting. Move along to the song, singing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands, let it take control. All you need, all you want, are you ready to find your way? 'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome to Wisconsin Family. I'm Janet Crescent.
And I'm Justin Riley, and we are here at the Steinway & Sons Piano Gallery over on Mineral Point Road and Grand Canyon Drive. And this is our second time coming here, and I really enjoy it here.
Yeah, you know where Panera Bread Company is on Mineral Point. It's right next door. It's a fantastic place. A lot of
pianos.
A lot of pianos.
In here, yeah, right.
No, it's beautiful.
And they have all kinds of options from the very high end to the very affordable too. So if you're interested in getting a piano, if you've got a budding musician in your life, then that's something that they can help you with here. We're going to talk with Ben later on in the program about what makes Steinway a Steinway, what makes it so great, and then also a brand new model of Steinway piano as well. And we'll get a demonstration from that.
There's some technology involved, in this that's very interesting, really incredible.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's going to be very interesting to talk about. We're also meeting with Jo Jean Rettrim. She's with Monona Academy for Dance and
Dance Wisconsin as well.
And Dance Wisconsin, yeah, they put on performances. She's got a new studio. Actually, I think we're going to go visit that studio maybe next time.
Yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be fun. So, yeah, we're going to talk with her, and she's going to give us an update on the progress of the studio and what's happening this summer with her summer classes and things like that. She's very, very well respected and well renowned, especially in this community, but she's got former students all over the country. It's incredible.
Absolutely, and some fundraising events coming up, maybe if you're interested in that.
And Bill Teagham from Little Strokes Swim Academy is joining us as well. He's going to give us an update on how his summer sessions are going and sort of what he does differently at his swim school from maybe some other places in the area. So it's pretty unique, and he's just a great teacher.
He's a great teacher, and I can't wait to ask him what his special approach is in teaching kids how to swim.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's coming up right here on Wisconsin Family here at Steinway & Sons Piano Gallery after the break, so stick around. Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We are here at the Steinway & Sons Piano Gallery over on Mineral Point Road, and this is just such a cool place. This is probably one of the most unique places we filmed.
Yeah.
So we'll talk with the owner later on in the program, but first we're going to talk a little bit of swimming with our good friend Bill Teagham from Little Strokes Swim Academy. How are you, Bill?
Good. You?
Good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
So summer is officially underway. I should say, it's after 4th of July. It's pretty much over by now.
Yeah.
But so how's your summer going? How are summer sessions going?
Good. We're staying pretty busy. Summer is always our slow time around Little Strokes, but I'm staying way more busy with family stuff. So summer is filled with family stuff. Every day is something new.
Yeah.
Multiple t-ball games every night. Whatever. You name it. But no, summer's kind of our recouping time around Little Strokes. We kind of get everything cleaned up, ready to go, get all the platforms made, pre-made, because they're going to get broken with all the jumping around and stuff like that.
Right.
So we get a little bit ahead of schedule in the summertime, so it's pretty nice that way. So
okay, so I have a curiosity question for you. When you take your family on vacation and you guys are at the pool, are your kids like, yeah, Dad, I really just don't want to go in the pool? Because that's what you do all the time, or?
No, the kids want to go in the pool. It's me that doesn't want to go in the pool. I'm like, no, can I just not go in the pool? No, it's ruined me for sure. Yeah.
Okay. I just had to know.
But guess what? I'm still down in the wave pool on the water slides all day long. I can't escape it.
Bill, I've always admired the ads that I see on TV for your business. The little ones that you're showing are having such a good time.
Yep.
And I know that you take pride in taking a different approach in teaching kids how to swim. So can you tell us a little bit about how your lessons are structured?
Yeah, well, we structure them in age groups first. So we start from 6 months to 2 years old. They're in the parent-taught classes with their mom or dad or grandparents or whatever. And they stay doing that. They learn the same skills in those classes as they do in our older levels. But the cool thing is that we kind of teach mom, dad, grandpa to do it with the kids too, so that when they're on their own at the beach or at the pool, they can practice these skills too. So it's pretty informative that way. Those classes have no more than 6 kids in the class, so they're still pretty small. And then we have a 2 to 4 age group and then a 5 and up age group. And within those age groups, we either have beginners, which is, we kind of leave it vague because it's everybody that's just starting. They can be sometimes fearful. They can be not quite, going underwater yet. But as soon as they're comfortable balancing their body, then we move them to swimmer classes. And so we have beginners and swimmers within those 2 age groups, the 2 to 4 and the 5 and up. And we really cater these lessons to what the kids need. So we're not teaching to level 1, 2, 3. We're really teaching to each kid that's in the class.
Each individual
Yeah.
kid.
What a great approach.
And I think that's so cool that, it's what a great concept that having the parent or grandparents or whoever, the adult with the child in the parent taught class, really they get a chance to learn what the kid's learning and then help them outside of
Right.
lessons.
Yep.
So that it's not just at lessons when they get their learning and their practice in.
Right.
So,
Yep.
yeah, that's
I love
awesome.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we've talked about some great things so far, but other than those things, what sets your program apart from other folks?
I mentioned it before. The small classes, like in those age group classes, we limit it to 3 kids, and of course we have the warm water too, which helps to just get kids in and relax. They're not going to be sitting there shivering the whole
Right.
time. But really, what sets us apart is our instructors. Our instructors are amazing. They're all coaches and competitive swimmers themselves, and so they just have this heightened knowledge of the sport that it makes my job a lot easier when I hire them because I don't have to teach them the basics. They already know those things, and I can kind of teach them, more along the lines of, how to structure your class and how to just deal with the ins and outs of the kids and
Right.
all their various needs,
Right. Right.
And it's quite a big variety of needs.
Yeah.
But and so the more they can work with me on just that kind of stuff, I already know that the base is there, that they already know the swimming, they already know that stuff, so I don't have to teach those kind of basics. We brush up on those things from time to time, but
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hire real professionals, so
There
it
you
makes
go.
my job easy.
Yeah.
Well, you took me back a moment ago when you talked about just shivering, because that was me. I
Yep.
hated swimming classes because I was so freaking cold. Let's talk about your new
Yep.
location. We had
Yep.
the luxury of visiting
Yeah.
your location. It's beautiful. It's wonderful.
you.
And how's it helped?
Oh, it's been awesome. As soon as we opened the doors, we blew up like crazy, and so I've been scrambling to get new instructors, but now we're kind of at the point where we have a good, solid staff. We've moved some part-timers to full-time positions, and so it really solidifies them, and it kind of gets my hooks in a little bit. And it ensures that I know they're going to be with me for a while, and that's important because when people pay top dollar for swim lessons, they expect a top dollar product. And people say it from time and time again is, the lessons are expensive, but it's the product is there.
Right. Absolutely.
We get results, and so it's pretty neat. This place has been a real good place to grow. We've kind of almost encroached on capacity already, but anyway, so we're looking
So
down
next
the
year
road
you're
to-
building an addition.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
New pool, new pool. Real quick
Yeah.
before we go, we just got about 20 seconds. Can you tell viewers when fall registration begins?
Yeah, it begins in a week and a half here.
Wow.
It begins on a Wednesday for
Okay.
the first time ever on the 26th, I
Wow.
think. So anyway,
Okay.
yep.
Very good, very
All
good.
right.
Well, Bill Teagham from
Hey,
Little
thanks a
Strokes,
lot.
we always enjoy having you. Don't go away. There's more Wisconsin Family coming up after the break.
'Cause every day is a new day. 'Cause every day is a new day.
And welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We've been filming today at Steinway & Sons Piano Gallery. It's on Mineral Point Road. Later on, we're going to learn about Steinway's in particular, the piano of pianos, don't you think?
The piano of pianos, the king.
The king of pianos, yeah. Right now, though, we're talking dance, and with us is Jo-Jean Rettrum, owner and icon, I'm going to say, in the Madison dance community, owner of Monona Academy of Dance and Dance Wisconsin, a nonprofit. Thanks for joining us again today.
Thank you very much.
Always nice to see you, Jo-Jean. So you've been working on a new studio. Let's give the address here. It's on Stoughton Road. Address is 2605 South Stoughton Road. How's it been coming along?
Oh, it's starting to come together. Just when you think it's almost done, then something else happens. It's like lay the floor out and it looks all dirty, so you got to scrub it all Sunday afternoon. That's what I did. But now we got 3 studios completely finished and working on our 4th one. So
Is there going to be 4 in total?
there's going to be 4 studios. Yeah.
Okay.
I had 3 before, so I'm really excited to have more space and bigger space. And it's all brand new and so pretty. And
New is fun. Yeah.
yeah, I don't even want to put a picture on the wall. It's like I don't want any holes in the
Yeah,
walls.
exactly, right. And you're doing some of this work yourself, it sounds like.
Oh yeah, I even went and bought a drill, taking the nails out of all the, because we moved all the beautiful wood that we had on our floors.
Right.
And
You reused it?
we reused it.
Oh, nice
Yes.
job.
Okay.
Yeah,
Love
have
that.
to be economical.
Yes, absolutely. Well, that sounds like a lot of work, but it sounds like it's going to be well worth it when it's all said and done.
Really excited.
So we're in the middle of summer. How are summer classes going?
They're going really well. I mean, I was talking before, we started with one studio, so we started classes there, and then the next week we had the other studio. So then we expanded, we had 2 rooms that we were teaching in, and this last weekend we finished the 3rd studio, so then we had a princess camp, and we had our intensive. We break it into 2 different groups. I bring in guest teachers. I had Jamelia Garcia from the Joffrey Ballet here this past week, and a contemporary teacher from Chicago. And the kids just learn so much. I mean, there's so many things they can do in the summer that they can't do during the year.
Okay,
Work
sure.
on character dancing and musical theater and Pilates, and we're doing a new ballet progressive technique with the big balls. You know, you don't have time to do it when the kids are in school.
I'm thinking this woman has no time to sleep.
I would agree.
You're opening a new studio, you're doing a lot of the work yourself, you're holding classes, plus the summer intensives as
Yep.
well. That's quite a schedule, Jo Jean. Let's talk more about the intensives. Now, this is something that the kids do during the summer when they're off from school?
Right, you know, and it really helps to build, you know, their stamina. It gives them opportunities to learn more, you know, styles of dancing, to work with guest teachers. And actually, if they do like 5 weeks in the summer, it raises them a whole grade level. You know, it's just like
In
going in their technique.
In their caliber.
Yeah, especially the young ones.
Oh, that's really interesting,
Yeah.
and I do like the idea of bringing in the guest teachers
Yeah.
and having that variety.
Yeah,
And the summer is nice because, as you mentioned, I mean, the kids have more time to focus,
Right.
because they're not distracted by all the things that are happening during the school year.
Right,
So they really
right.
have time to focus and really hone their skills.
right. And
That's-
they build such friendships too, and that's really important. And these are friendships that last forever.
Yeah,
You know, I have,
absolutely.
you know, a couple of my girls, I'm teaching their children now.
Right.
You know, and they're still really good friends. They're best friends.
Right.
You know, so it's really important. And they're all such good kids, and they keep busy. You know, you don't have to worry about where your child is, because
Right.
I keep them very busy.
There you go. Keep them busy. Wear
Out
them
of
down,
trouble.
right?
Yeah, they're tired when they go home.
So let's switch gears just a little bit. Let's talk to us a little bit about what's coming up this season for Dance Wisconsin.
Yeah, so I mean, we have a full season. So in August, we start planning and working on our new pieces. We have what's called a New Works concert, where I bring in choreographers and they set new pieces. Our theme this year is empowering women, because actually all of our choreographers are women. So we're really trying to have, you know, that theme, because that's sort of really important right now in our society. So our concert is October 7th at the Mippy Theater. And then we do our Nutcracker. It'll be our 41st year of the Nutcracker. We have an orchestra and guest artists. I'm working on figuring out who our guest artists are going to be. And then I'm planning, the last 2 years we've done Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, and I'd like to revisit my Peter Rabbit's ballet, but I need to find a sponsor yet. So
Sure.
is anyone out there?
If
that
anybody's
would-
out there.
Like Beatrice Potter Stories, I know I've done it for a long time, and David Louis Crosby composed all the music.
No kidding.
Yeah, and we were really
Wow.
close, and yeah, he did all the music. It was really cool
That's
ballet.
incredible.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was a composer.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah, the music's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of looking for a sponsor, you need funds to be able to run Dance Wisconsin. It's
Correct.
a nonprofit that does all these performances. And you have a golf outing coming up, and you do other things too.
Right, we do different events, but our golf outing is really our largest event, and it's going to be held at the Oaks on August 11th at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's a lot of fun. We're looking for golfers and sponsors, and it's just a lot of fun. And of course, I get a
Yeah.
little help from my son. He's a professional golfer, and so he was down last night and helping me.
Real quick, we just literally have a couple seconds left, but do you have a date for your grand opening?
Yes, our grand opening is going to be Sunday, August 13th from 1 to 4. We're going to have sample classes, free classes, face painting, performances. It's going to be lots of fun.
Awesome.
Yay!
Yeah.
Well, looking
Yeah.
forward to that.
Yes.
Thanks
Yeah.
again, Jo Jean. Jo Jean Rettrum with Monona Academy of Dance, and we're Wisconsin family. We'll be right back.
'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. Today, Justin and I have been at Steinway & Sons Piano Gallery here on Mineral Point Road. It's been a wonderful visiting with all of our guests, but now we have the privilege of chatting with the owner of Steinway & Sons of Madison. This is Ben Garber. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for having us here.
Right.
Sure.
So Steinway's got quite a reputation out there as being the piano of pianos.
Everyone's heard of it.
Everyone's heard of it. So one, is that true? And
Yeah.
two, what makes it different than the other pianos?
Yeah, it's funny to me. Actually, it's more than true, right? Everybody thinks, well, Steinway's a brand name and everyone's heard of it. Actually, to me, it astounds me how well they build their pianos. I mean, it's not even close to other competitors, right? I mean, I think it's hard for people because all pianos look the same in a way,
Right.
and they don't really know what's going on the inside. I have a few things I can even just show you as an example here.
Okay.
Every part of a Steinway is manufactured and engineered with such precision and such high quality materials. It still surprises me.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is stuff that you can't really see. So I guess you have to trust the person you're talking to.
Sure,
It
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
makes me think of cars, how it's really what's under all of it that makes
That
the biggest
makes
difference.
a difference,
Right.
yeah. So this is an example. I mean,
Yeah.
Steinway's all about wood, and this is a part of a Steinway that holds the keyboard, right? It's
Okay.
made of a tongue and groove system, and these are made to slide so that as the humidity changes, the piano still performs at its peak
Oh,
efficiency,
okay.
right?
Wow.
It's the only piano that does this. It's a very highly precision crafted part.
Wow.
So there's room, a little wiggle room.
Wiggle room, right, when things change. This
Okay.
is a competitor piano, and since it's something you don't see, they've actually taken the liberty of just using foam
Wow.
because it's cheaper, right?
Right.
But if you didn't know what was happening underneath,
Right.
you wouldn't know, right?
Because everything, in a musical instrument vibrates, and if you
Yeah.
have something like that, I would think that would cause it to
It's
not
a dead
be-
inning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just an example. I'm always astounded. Every single part of the piano has that level of, meticulous craftsmanship.
Right, right. So obviously, these are the highest quality instruments that you can find, and that comes at a price too. But I want to talk a little bit about why you believe, or why Steinway pianos are really a great investment as well.
Yeah. Well, because of these types of things, they are the longest lasting pianos in the business. It's not unusual to have somebody with a 100-year-old Steinway that still performs.
Yeah.
And that's interesting, but really after about 50 years, you may have to start doing some maintenance to a piano. Still 50 years is a long time.
Right, yeah, yeah.
Most other pianos that are manufactured, we're talking 10, maybe 20 years, and that's about all you get out of them.
Right.
So if you break that down, the cost of ownership is actually lower over the life of the piano.
True, yeah.
And it's the only piano that has continuously, in 164 years, increased in value. So generally when people sell them, they're worth more than they paid.
Wow, that's good to
So-
know.
That's what you like about an investment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So folks that maybe are getting started, there's a lot of extra free pianos.
There are.
You see them all the time
I
in
know.
the ads and Craigslist and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
What can you say about an option like that?
Well, we move a lot of those pianos for customers, and we're happy to do it, but I do want people to know that when they get into this, it's really a little more of a liability than an investment. It costs money to get it in your house. It often costs a lot to repair it and get it working. Usually that cost is higher than the value of the instrument.
yeah.
And if it doesn't work at all, it also costs, unfortunately, another big chunk of money to get it out of your house. These are heavy,
Right.
and they have to be disposed of properly. So, you can spend $1,000 just to have a piano taken out of your house.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does that work,
Well,
by the way?
you have to move it in, you tune it and repair it, you find out it won't work, and you have to pay another disposal fee to get it out, right?
Right. Wow. Yeah, and I can attest to that too. I mean, that's I think the reason why there's so many free pianos on Craigslist is because people understand that this piano really isn't worth the cost of moving it again. 'cause
Right.
They're moving to a different house or whatever, and it's just not worth moving it.
Right,
So,
that happens a lot.
Yeah.
On the other hand, we have really great options here for rental even if you wanted to get a high quality piano. I find as a teacher that something that sounds good inspires students to stick with it.
Right.
And unfortunately, if it doesn't sound very good, it's probably not going to be very fulfilling.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You had mentioned earlier that just sitting and playing compared to the one at your home felt different.
I could see myself driving out here to play for an hour versus playing for 10 minutes on my piano at home.
That says something.
Yes, so that does say something. There's a little bit of sentimental value in the piano I have at home, but beyond that, the pianos here sound amazing. So,
Well, yeah. And we're happy to fix things if that's the case. If you-
sure.
yeah.
Real quick. quick, because I want to make sure we get to demonstration, but you do teach piano lessons here, and you have some other teachers, is that correct?
Yeah, we have a couple of studios, and I teach a lot of students myself, but then I have some other teachers that help me out.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, we're
And you've
over-
had some students for a really long time?
Yeah, I would say on average they're with me for 8, 10 years, I'd say.
Wow.
Well, that says something right there.
Yeah,
Some
absolutely.
kids, kind of get pushed into it and are ready to jump out.
That trend is changing a bit. It's
Yeah.
more like we want to inspire kids to want to play nowadays.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I'm really excited about this demonstration because you have a fairly new model of piano with some new technology attached to it
Yeah.
that you would like to show us.
Yeah,
So,
no one would believe it. Steinway's been innovating in pianos for 164 years, and the newest thing they have is a piano that can perform itself.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, let's take a look at that. We're going to go and see a demonstration of the Spirio. Is that correct?
The Spirio.
The Spirio. Okay, Ben, so Steinway has been known for their innovation and obviously their quality, but we're going to see some really exciting new technology today. So tell us about what we're about to see.
Exactly. Steinway has just released the world's first what they call re-performance piano,
Okay.
capable of taking a live performance and reproducing it in full dynamic range with all nuances.
Wow, that's incredible.
This is not your granddaddy's player piano.
No, no.
I like that. I like that.
It's exclusive content. It's basically like having a concert in your living room.
Okay, so how does that work? It hooks up with iPad or
Yep,
something like that?
we use an
or-
iPad to control it. Every time there's new music released by really world famous artists today and from history, it just shows up on the iPad in an update.
Okay.
You just pick it up.
And you've said that one of the spectacular things is that this kind of piano can really get the nuance of the music.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly the way the performer played it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this
Well,
is
let's hear-
also a regular piano too.
It
right?
functions as a full regular Steinway. Every other part is the same.
Let's have a demonstration real quick. I want to hear this.
So this is a performance by Yuja Wang. She's
Okay.
really hot right now.
Okay.
You would pay a lot to see her.
Okay. All right. Well, you can really hear the difference in the key sensitivity. and
Fast
everything.
repetition.
Right.
Yeah, anything.
Right. That is amazing. And is this capable of being live yet, or is it just pre-recorded things?
It's pre-recorded at this point.
Wow.
It will be live someday, I would
Wow.
guess.
That's incredible.
You
Well-
can also turn it down if you need to
Sure.
entertain.
Well, we always learn something from you here, Ben, so thanks for having us. We appreciate that.
Yeah,
This is
thank
awesome. Head on down to the Steinway and Son store. I guarantee you'll learn something. Thanks for joining us here on Wisconsin Family, and we'll see you next time.